Batman, but not just any Batman. We've got the Batman Unmasked. I'm Stephen Hewitt. Welcome to Superhuman Customs, where we just customize action figures. And I got this guy at a local toy event about a month ago, and he came in a 4-pack with a couple other figures, one of which we're doing next week, which will be Catwoman, but we'll get to her later. Right now, we're talking about Batman. Now, I didn't know what to do with this guy. I bought 4 figures from the Batman for $10, so they were $2.50 a piece. Not bad at all. So even though I didn't know what to do with a couple of them, I still bought them. So what we're gonna do with him is we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna turn him into a classic 1966 Batman. So we're gonna make him in the classic gray and blue colors, which I think is gonna look crazy on this guy, but we're just gonna do it. I was talking to my brother David and he's like, that's what you should do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make him blue and gray and make him match as best we can and make him an unmasked version of Batman 66. So let's jump right in. So here's my inspiration, is the Batman 66 that just came out. Now, one thing that I don't usually talk about, but that I want to bring up is that I've washed this guy with hot water and soap in order to get the chemicals, the film off of him, and so it will make the paint stick better. And oftentimes I don't show that because sometimes it'll just be situations where I prime it and I don't worry about it. But with this one, obviously I'm not going to prime it. There's no need to. So I'm just going to go through with the gray. And you can see it's a pretty close gray. It's not, none of this is going to be exact to the Batman 66. But it is, at the end of the day, going to look pretty cool. And if you get some on the symbol here, who cares? Because you're going to get to repaint it. Everything's going to be repainted. So just go through with your gray and get him looking good. Now I'm just going through with a smaller brush and getting all these details. Yep, give me just a second, Dash. Just going through and painting him up. And I have my glasses on. Yes, I've started to have to wear reading glasses. And that means that when I'm customizing, I have to wear them so that I can see where I'm screwing up. Because I wasn't before, and now when I put these glasses on and look at some of my figures, I get disappointed because I didn't have them. And so there are little details that were messed up. So yes, I am wearing glasses right now. So boo-hoo. Now that the gray's in place, obviously we're going to do some touch-up work, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and get into the blue. And we are going to go with our powder blue. This is a little bit bluer than what it is on the actual 66 Batman, but I like it in the powder blue. So we're just going to go through and we're going to take this powder blue and we're going to hit it in all these areas. And I think this guy is going to turn out awesome. Now, if you're interested, so the gray I used is this Gris Marula Stonewall Gray. Oh, I can't even see it. So it's Stonewall Gray. And this blue is, where did it go? Oh, here it is. There it is. It's Model Air. And it is, I guess it's called Azul Andrea. Azul Andrea. There you go. Those are the 2 paints. And they're basically all the paint we're going to be using. We'll use some gold, but you don't need a special paint for gold. You just choose gold. So I've decided to do these little bandoliers that he's got on his legs. I was thinking of just making them gold when I do the belt, but I'm going to do the straps in blue to match everything else. And then we'll do this in gold. So just going to go through, blue these up, and then move into the gold. Now we are moving on to the gold. Now I could paint the belt yellow and then do the gold over the top, but I think this is going to look better with the gold over the black. It's going to give it a little bit more texture. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to do any other color differences. I'm just going to make it gold. So in real life, obviously, there would be different textures in here, different things, but we are going for a classic 1966 Batman look. And so we are just going to do gold over the entire belt. And So that's what this next little bit is going to be. Pure and simple. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but obviously the 66 version has a yellow oval around it, so I'm not going to do that, but I am going to try and do a yellow line, a gold line around the symbol. And again, not sure exactly how well it's going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Experimentation. Don't be afraid to experiment. If it really looks terrible, I can paint it back over with the gray. But it may look great, so we don't know. That's why we try it. All right, what I'm going to try to do here is I just want to get rid of some of the eyeshadow under his eyes. See if we can make it look a little bit more normal. Because any Batman 66 is not going to be wearing eyeshadow. I wish I could put a smile on his face, but alas, we are limited. Last thing is I'm just going to take a little bit of wash and I'm going to add it into his hair just to give it a little bit more texture. I could lighten it up a little bit with just some lighter brown. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Right now, ready to wrap this guy up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of texture. We'll call it good. And now let's clear coat him. This is a matte finish. It protects all the paint and it will dry without a shine to it. So that's what we want. There we go. The absolute epitome of pointless and fun. Because what else was I gonna do with this guy, really? But he looks great on the shelf next to the other Batman. Whenever you've got like a dark shelf, when most Batman, you know, nowadays are dark grays and blacks and that sort of stuff, when you add something like this, suddenly the shelf just comes to life. And it's so fun to think of him saying, "I'm vengeance, old chum," you know, from the 1960s. He is the Batman 66. And yeah, if you got to figure an extra one and you got him for $250 like I did, just go to town, have fun. You could jokerize him. You could do any number of things to turn this guy into your own version. I love this. It's fun, and that's what we're all about here. Thank you so much for watching. Check out StephenHuman.com for all of my sci-fi thriller novels, Quimbleys.com for all of your board game needs, Cthulhu Wars, Planet of the Apocalypse, Theomachy, man, there's tons. If you like board games, go there. If you like RPGs, D&D, campaign stuff like that, Quimbleys.com is your place. I'm Stephen Human. I'll see you guys next week.